But something that's helped me a lot through COVID is Madden, of course. As we've previously mentioned, the ratings have been released. And some teams are in some controversial places. I know we both have a few that we want to talk about. We'll start off with you, Ben. What are some teams that are questioning the sense of knowledge?
Well, first off, I'd like to start with a quick disclaimer, Leland. Sorry in advance. But in my opinion, I just feel like it's kind of ridiculous that the Saints are the number one team. That's just my opinion, like I said. But, I mean, I'm sure other people think the Saints are definitely not the best team in the NFL. But, I guess Madden's
Clickbait
kind of been like
titled "The
that for
Saints
years.
Suck."
Okay, not that. Because the Saints are good, but I mean, because
Yeah,
the Chiefs are even ranked pretty low. The Chiefs, they're ranked at number 7. That's where they rank them,
yeah.
and that's the Super Bowl champs. Literally, like I was talking about the Niners. The Niners are pretty high ranked they're basically coming back with the same team, if not a little worse, with Debo getting injured and them losing Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense is rock solid. Don't get me wrong, one of the best defenses in the league. But
Oh,
they're not. They didn't
absolutely.
really get better, in my opinion, to where they're way
Yeah,
above the Chiefs, and the Chiefs beat them.
they kind of just stayed stagnant.
hmm But even the Chiefs, they stayed the same. But they're the champs, so you kind of want to stay the same, pretty much, with
Yeah.
them. But they're ranked 7,
What?
like I said, and the Saints ranked number 1. In my opinion, it's just they didn't really get better necessarily. They're still good, like I said, but they didn't get better. I think to where they're number 1. But that's just my opinion. Like, what are
Yeah.
your thoughts? What are some of the teams that you feel like are ranked
Um.
wrong?
Well, I'm just gonna put this out there. We're gonna have a boy who's gonna be absolutely like stoked. I'm about to say this. The Seahawks are really underrated in this game. They are all the way down in 17th. The Las Vegas Raiders are better than the Seattle Seahawks, a team that won a playoff game against a division champ is the 17th best team in the league. I don't get it. The Seattle Seahawks are an absolutely good team with Russell Wilson at the helm. Their running back core can be very solid. I think their wide receivers are a tad bit underrated with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. The line is a bit of an issue, but when you have Russell Wilson, anything's possible.
hmm
The defense is a bit of an issue, but if they can maybe get Clowney back, it can look into a really nice situation for the Seahawks again. They're finally trying to get that KJ Wright replacement with Jordan Brooks, I believe it was, or the linebacker from Texas Tech that they drafted in the first round. But that Seahawks team, I think, is really underrated. I think the Bears team is a bit overrated. Like,
hmm
yeah,
At
the Bears
11.
have a good defense, but they're not the 11th best team.
Yeah.
Trubisky, I will say this a million times, Trubisky sucks. Trubisky's trash. The two quarterbacks who are taken above him are both top 5 in the league, and he's like sitting down in like 37th as a starting quarterback. That's terrible. His backup, I think, might be better than him. It's I don't like the Bears team just because Trubisky is absolutely terrible. I,
I mean, I'm
I'm
pretty sure
sorry,
they
Mitchell.
didn't even make the playoffs, right?
They did not make the playoffs last year, and
Were
I'm sorry
Seahawks in
to
NFC
anyone.
Championship?
They were in who they play in the
I think it's the
divisional.
night. Wasn't it the Niners? Oh no, yeah, division was the Niners. Yeah, because I remember the Niners beat them after
Yeah,
like that last play.
I think
Someone is
so.
like, yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Yeah, so wait, Dre Greenlaw hit him at the end. That was in week 17. No, who did they play?
Oh no, that's week
Because
17.
the
Yeah.
Saints lost to the Vikings, and the wait. Let me look at the NFL playoffs just to make sure.
I mean, pretty much regardless though, there's like 5 or 6 teams above them that didn't even make the playoffs last year, and are pretty much the same.
So so the 2019-2020. So the Seahawks beat the Eagles. The Vikings beat the Saints. The Niners beat the Vikings. The Packers beat the Seahawks.
Mm.
And then the Packers lost to the Niners in the NFC Championship.
Oh, okay, okay. But yeah,
And
like I
then
said,
also Kansas City's absolutely amazing run that will never be.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one more team I want to mention.
Oh yeah.
My
Go
New
ahead.
York Giants are better than the Jets again. So all I can say is still the best team in New York, even if we are down in 26. We are worse than the Bengals. This is how you know you have made mistakes in your life. When you're a Giants fan and the Bengals are better than you. Actually, no. To be fair, there were some Carson Palmer years with the Bengals that they looked really good. But
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Lewis can't coach a playoff team. So, okay, this episode is going to be titled "The Trash Talking NFL Teams and Coaches," and Mitchell Trubisky.
And
That's
I feel
the new
like
title:
we got so
Trash
much
Talking
negative
Mitchell
stuff to say
Trubisky.
about them.
Well, because we
It's all
feel Madden and it's
fault.
all EA's
It's all
fault.
Madden's
It's all
fault.
EA's fault.
Yeah.
Yep, completely EA's fault.
This is why we're so negative, is because they're ridiculous ratings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Speaking of ridiculous ratings, you want to get into some players we think were snubbed or we think
Yes.
are a little bit too high up into the ratings world.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna talk about some players we think were either rated too low or too high. So for my first one, I have Desean Watson. I feel like he was robbed, like really robbed, because even though I like Brady and Breeze, they're good quarterbacks, but right now, Madden is based off the season that just happened. And the season that just happened, I feel like Deshaun Watson is way better than both of them.
Deshaun Watson had an incredible season.
Mm-hmm.
Amount of highlight plays he made, amount of just he is the reason. If it's not for him and DeAndre Hopkins, the Texans don't make the playoffs.
Oh well, then he's the only reason left because DeAndre Hopkins isn't there anymore. So
Oh,
this
DeAndre
is
Hopkins is gone. Hey, you know what? Brandon Cooks, bro. As long as
Brandon
Brandon Cooks
Cooks.
just doesn't get another concussion, that
Yeah.
team's fine.
But yeah, like I said, Deshaun Watson, he's only an 86, so he's 4 below Brady, which is a 90, and he's 8 below Breeze, which is not 8, my bad. What is Breeze? 93, right? Oh,
Yep.
94. Oh no, yeah, 93, my bad. So Breeze is a 93, which is, I feel like they're really robbing Watson. If they're gonna put Breeze at a 93, at least put Watson at a 94. You know what I mean? Because I feel like he's just better in general. Like they can keep Breeze at 93 if they want, which is still kind of high for him. I'm gonna talk about that later. But yeah, they just need to raise Watson's rating. And so moving on, my second player is Aaron Rodgers, who continuously gets to get robbed. I mean, you can't.
It's like I don't know how you can call one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, like one of the most talented throwers of the football. How we call him underrated. It's like he's so good, we feel like he deserves more than he's at. It's like we put him under the pedestal because of we didn't know how he was going to be at a Cal, and he sat behind Favre, and then he kind of like overtook Favre. It was like the Packers never really stopped it as a good quarterback. Rodgers just did so much for that city, and they continue to be good with no one there. I don't know how they went 13-3. The best wide receiver this season, besides Devontae Adams, who's absolutely incredible, was like, I don't even think it was like Valdez Scantling. I think it was
was it
like Lazard.
Yeah, Lazard.
I think it was Lazard who was like the second best wideout. It's not good. But you know what? Aaron Rodgers has more to prove this season, and I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, so Madden had him at an 89, which puts him below Breeze and Brady. And like I said with Watson, the Madden the game is based on the season that just happened, and I feel like he still did and is better than Breeze and Brady, in my opinion. He should
absolutely.
at least get like above Breeze. But then, like I said, Breeze should be lowered. So maybe like I put Aaron Rodgers at like a solid 92. That sounds about right.
I can see him at a 92. Yeah. He's not as good as Mahomes at this point. I feel like just because Mahomes is more shifty now than Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers still has some of the best arm talent out of any quarterback in terms of putting footballs
getting it there
to the perfect pocket. Aaron Rodgers is beyond anyone at doing that. But I think one of my biggest sleepers is on the defensive side of the ball, and it's actually with a bit of an underrated player. I feel like it's Kevin Byard. I know he's made the
Mhm.
Pro Bowl and everything, but he is honestly one of the top safeties for me in the league. Kevin Byard continues to become a ball hawk at the free safety position. The Titans would not be the playoff cusp team that they are without him
Mhm.
as a leader on that defense. And another safety I think is a bit underrated just because of how good it seems like he is every Sunday. It's Jamal Adams. Sometimes
Yeah.
we're amazed that a player of his caliber is as low rated. It's almost like an Aaron Rodgers situation. It's like you put him above players who are ranked higher than him in like Devin McCourty or Tyrann Mathieu. But Jamal Adams is, in my opinion, the best tackling and hitting safety. But
Mhm.
without a doubt, I think EA. I'm going to give props to EA just once. I'm going to be positive. I think Harrison Smith is by far the best coverage and all around safety in the league.
Yeah.
So I give them credit for giving him a 95. I felt like at some points he was a bit underrated in his career, but he keeps
Yeah.
getting better. He's aging perfectly. It's awesome to watch some of these safeties in the league, and it's a bit
Mhm.
there's some of the underratings with me. But someone who I think is very controversially or overrated, I should say, not underrated, overrated. We're talking about it now. 99 Club. You already know Michael Thomas. As good as Michael Thomas is of a wide receiver, he is not a 99 overall player.
He is definitely not.
Just because you can run slant routes and you have good hands does not mean you're the best wideout in the league.
I
Because
can I
I
can
know,
almost guarantee you that DeAndre Hopkins has better hands than Michael Thomas.
because you know without a matter of a doubt, there are two people above Michael Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what people say. Julio Jones and DeAndre Hopkins
Yeehaw.
are by far the best wideouts in the league. Julio Jones, since he came out of college, has been one of the greatest wideouts to grace the NFL surface. And DeAndre Hopkins is slowly becoming that player.
Mm-hmm.
But Julio, no matter how old he is, I will still grace him as one of the best at the position.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Julio is a 99, and I don't think D Hop is a 99. So without a doubt,
Mm-hmm.
I do not think Michael Thomas is a
Yeah.
99. No, I do. I think Michael Thomas is a great player. I'm going to clear that up. Michael Thomas is a good wide receiver. There's a reason his nickname is Can't Guard Mike.
Yeah.
He's an extremely good route runner with good hands, and he works perfectly to the play style of his quarterback. But if I had to choose, I would choose DeAndre Hopkins and Julio over Michael Thomas.
Mhm. I mean, you could argue that Tyreek is even just as good as Michael Thomas because at
Oh
least
yeah,
Tyreek has like a unique skill. Like Michael Thomas's unique skill is catching pretty much and running slant routes, which
and
is
route
you should be
running.
able to do as a receiver.
You should be able to do good as any receiver. Hey, Darius
Mm-hmm.
Slayton had some nasty slant routes this season. All I'm saying,
Oh, don't.
bro. I'm just telling you, y'all sleeping on Darius Slayton. I think he's like a 78 rated overall player this season. Let me check. Let me just double check this real quick. I know he is not high rated at all. Also, I just want to say congrats to Madden on not updating very breaking news as of yesterday, in that the Washington Redskins are now
Washington
the
football team.
Washington football team. So that's very fun.
Well, to
We're
be
not
fair,
trying
that
to look at.
they made that their name too. It's not like Madden can just generate a name for them because
Yeah,
Washington didn't even come up with a name yet, so it's not really
yeah.
Madden's
So
fault.
Darius Slayton is a 78 overall. By the way, I think that's another underrated player is Darius Slayton, but that's just not in Madden. That is in life. Y'all look out for number 86 from Auburn. Is he 86? Please tell me he's 86. I think he
I think
is.
so.
86 from
Yeah.
out of Auburn, second year player, and number 8 in Giants blue at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay,
kidding.
so
We're gonna go 6-10 this season. It's fun being a New York fan sometimes.
so keeping it with the ratings object. let's talk about the 99 club again.
Yeah.
So who do we think deserves it and who do we think doesn't? So we already established Michael Thomas is out of the 99 club. Sorry,
No, he's
Leland,
out.
again. Sorry.
Leland, he out of there.
Well, I feel like everyone else pretty much, like Aaron Donald, obviously he's a beast at his position.
If you don't have Aaron Donald in the 99 club, there's something wrong. I mean, if you don't rate players in 99, I understand because no one's perfect. But if there is one player you can talk about that is in a league of their own in their own position, it is without a shadow of a doubt Aaron Donald, because no one puts fear into offensive lines the way Aaron Donald does. I've seen teams quadruple block Aaron Donald once. And Dante Fowler had the easiest sack of his entire career.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think it's Aaron Donald, absolutely. I think just the way Mahomes plays, you kind of have to
that's
give
just,
it to him.
Yeah, it's obvious.
I mean, you can't hit him.
Yeah.
You got to hit him.
Yeah.
Once you hit him, then...
What was it he said? What does he say? He's like, you gotta hit me. Like, I'm a beast.
You got to hit me. I'm a beast. Jaquiski Tart absolutely laid him out.
Yeah. he got laid out, but he made the touchdown, so you can clean.
Yeah. Someone I think who could be in the 99 club, but isn't just yet. I think maybe next season. I don't know how you feel about this, but Lamar Jackson. I mean, if he pulls off another season like he does, then 99 club.
Yeah, he could be.
Same thing happened with Mahomes.
Athlete.
Same thing happened with Mahomes. In his first season, he had a really good season, then became cover athlete. Then next season, he does still really good, survives the Madden curse, and wins Super Bowl MVP. Lamar, first season as a full-time starter, does really good, MVP. They both made playoffs and were MVP in their rookie seasons, in their first seasons playing as full-time starters. And then in the second season, one won the Super Bowl MVP. Second season, we have to see how Lamar does. But if Lamar performs the way Mahomes did in his second season, like if he does an ounce of that, like if he puts up numbers close to that in his style of playing, then absolutely, I think he should join the 99 club.
Well, in my opinion, one guy, I kind of forgot, but now I remembered, like, because they announced all of them except for one. I remember the last day, they said the last 99. And I remember I seen someone say, and I thought, oh, that's not a bad idea, was George Kittle at 99, because he's probably, if not, he's the best tight end in the league, in my opinion. I can't really think of anyone else that comes to mind. And,
so, in my opinion, George Kittle is sorry for interrupting, but George Kittle is the best all-around tight end, best blocking and doing everything.
I'm sure there's someone else, but I can't remember.
But Travis Kelce is the best wide receiving tight end. They're both so good, and there's a reason I think Kittle's just a little bit above Kelce. It's just because Kittle can do that little bit extra in the blocking game. But both of them absolutely could be included on the 99 list.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's just me watching Kittle play. He's just so dominant. Like, I think it was the Saints game it was like the last couple seconds, and like he like carried like 3 Saints on his back as he's getting face masked for like 10 yards.
And you know what's funny? I think it was the man who botched who had the Minneapolis Miracle happen to him. I think it was Marcus Williams who was pulling on his face mask.
Yeah, I remember because I was like, bro, he just messed up twice in a row, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah. Well, but speaking of someone who had karma, I'm just gonna bring this up because I know Leland will listen to this. Eli Apple sucks. I do not like Eli Apple. He's a Giants first round draft pick. We drafted him like 10th or 11th overall in like 2015 or whatever it was, and then we cut him because he was so bad. Or we traded him for like a 7th round pick or whatever it was to the Saints. And I was just like, thank God. And then all of a sudden he turns out to be like a half decent corner, right? But then remember when the Saints played the Bears and there was that video of the two people going like this to Tariq Cohen? One of them was Eli Apple. He ended up tearing his ACL later on that game.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, bro, that's karma.
I was like, when Leland told me that, I'm like, good for you. Like, as much as it is bad to like say like, oh, someone got hurt,
Mm.
Eli Apple, that's a bit of karma in your way because of all that you've exposed people to, not only Giants fans but Saints fans as well. And I think now he might be on the Raiders or might be close to joining the Raiders. So
Mm.
that's fun.
Oh, I didn't even know he
That's
got
just a
cut.
little Saints rant that Leland's gonna enjoy.
Hmm.
So, is
Well,
there any other players you think are 99 worthy or 99 club worthy?
99 worthy. I don't really think so. No, like there's a lot of like we are saying, there's a lot of good receivers, but I feel like since the best receiver didn't really have a good season, there's not really anyone you can put above. I argue that you could
Yeah.
put maybe Tyreek just because how dominant he is, but
Uh-huh.
then again, there's like Julio and DeAndre, so it's kind of disrespectful not to give them 99s before Tyreek.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those two are gonna dominate forever, it seems
Hmm.
like. So, speaking of someone who's dominating forever, congrats to Larry Fitzgerald for I think he's sticking it out one more season.
Hmm.
Uh,
He has to, bro.
he's
D Hop now. It's a playoff
yeah,
team. It could be a
it's a
playoff
playoff
team.
team. It could be a playoff team. If Kenyon Drake can develop into the running game, we saw
Hmm.
spurts of that. If
Yeah.
Kyler can develop under that air raid offense, then that team's gonna be kind of nasty. And Larry still got the hands, so
Larry's got the hands.
Larry's always got the hands. Nah, NFL is just gonna be fun. If there's a 99 club player I can think of on the defensive side, besides Aaron Donald, who's an absolute lock, Stefan Gilmore, I think he's deserved it. Probably the best corner in the game right now.
Hmm.
I think he overtakes Richard Sherman and a couple other players.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's defensive player of the year as a corner. He has
Hmm.
Dion type of coverage. I'm not saying he has Dion type of like speed and moves, but his coverage
Or
is
personality for
it's
that matter.
clamps, bro. Oh, no one ain't ever touching
Yeah.
prime,
No one.
bro. No one touching prime.
Well, I feel
Like
like it's
even
Prime
nowadays,
and Ocho Cinco.
Prime could probably run a 4.4 still. I'm telling you, Prime
Yeah.
still got speed. But in his heyday, he could probably run a 4.3, 4.2 maybe.
No, yeah. I heard somewhere is like because back then is kind of unofficial timing, but like I heard he
Hmm.
ran like a 4.2.
Yeah, I heard like Bo Jackson ran like a 4.1 or 4.0.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Bo
Yeah.
Jackson. No, but the thing is, it's like Bo Jackson was so crazy. You believed the stuff that like Bo Jackson
Yeah.
did
It's like
because
4-1.
he was just
Mm-hmm.
such a phenomenon. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he jumped over a creek. Yeah, no, I believe it. His legs are big enough. And did you ever watch Bo Jackson's documentary, The 30 for 30? Bo knows.
No, I gotta watch that.
All right, so basically, it's really funny. It comes to one point. He's like, "Yeah, so he hit a baseball in a home. He hit a home run, and it hit a light, and it broke the light in the baseball stadium." It's like there's just stupid stories that you hear. It's like he
Yeah.
hit it 500 feet. He hit it. He hit it past the stadium. It's like, okay, yes, because Bo Jackson just did those types of things. He crawled up a wall. I don't know if you've ever seen the highlight, but
Oh yeah, I think I see that one. Yeah.
he crawled up a wall like while catching a fly ball.
Hmm.
It's it's awesome. It's awesome to think about like players who were that good at their time and imagine what they could
Hmm.
have done now. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's someone who could have been 99 club Bo Jackson.
Definitely
Oh
99
Lord,
club.
that man was something else. I think I will mention one thing as well in the Madden ratings for the NFL teams. Um, I think I don't know why I have a certain bias towards this, but I don't think the Eagles are that good.
No, they really are. I mean,
I don't think they're
they could
better than
be.
the Chiefs, and I don't think they're better than the Packers. Also, I don't think the Browns are that good. I know they have a lot of good names, but
Mm.
if Baker Mayfield plays the way he played last season, then absolutely no way do I think the Browns are going to be the 10th best team in the league. Also, the Minnesota Vikings are underrated at 20. The Vikings beat the Saints in New Orleans in a
And the Bills. The
playoff
Bills are
game.
underrated too.
Oh, the Bills are underrated too. Josh Allen, if he can fix his accuracy issues, kind of like he's kind of like a more he's a different version of Cam Newton. That's the best way I'm gonna put it. He's a different version of Cam Newton. Really good arm, pretty decent speed. I think Cam is faster than him,
Hmm.
but uh, good arm, but the accuracy needs a little bit of fixing. But when he
Hmm.
hits, bro, he hits. When both of them are on fire, it's woo. That's
Yeah.
gonna be a fun matchup in the AFC East now. Cam Newton and Josh
Hmm.
Allen. And now they have Tua as well. I hope Tua does good for the Dolphins. By the way, Dolphins
Me
are
too.
the worst team in Madden, according to everything. Even after all the money that they spent on getting Byron Jones and
Yeah.
Eric Flowers and
Van Noy.
obviously the greatest player in Kamu Grugier-Hill. So no, it's nice to have some Madden 21 news just so we can talk about the NFL season coming up and the excitement in hopefully having a season again and getting disappointed in the Giants one more time because hey ho, that's how life. New York fans suck sometimes. I'm a Knicks fan, a Rangers fan, a Giants fan, and a Mets fan. I know heartbreak more than most. Hey, but we beat the Patriots though in the Super Bowl.
It's
Uh,
gonna be a new
I'm gonna
season for me.
I'm gonna rub that in every time, Ben. I don't care how many times I'll do it. I will do it continuously. 2007 is the greatest season of all time.